When my wife, Clara, first started her new job, I was genuinely proud of her. She had been out of work for almost a year, and when this opportunity came along, I supported her completely. She often talked about her boss, Daniel, a charming, confident man who apparently valued her ideas. At first, I didn't think much of it, but over time, the way she spoke about him began to sound more personal than professional. One evening, about 2 months before her birthday, she told me that Daniel had suggested they celebrate her upcoming birthday together as a team event. The moment she said it, I felt something tighten inside me. I calmly told her, "Clara, I'm fine with you celebrating, but don't invite your boss to your personal birthday party. It's not appropriate." She laughed it off, calling me overprotective. I wasn't trying to control her. I was trying to draw a boundary. As the date got closer, she kept mentioning his name, how he helped her with a project, how funny he was, how thoughtful he seemed. It started to feel like he was a part of our daily life, though I had never met him. One night, I reminded her gently, "Please, Clara, don't let him come to your birthday. It'll ruin things between us." She just rolled her eyes and said, "It's just dinner, not a scandal." On her birthday, I came home early with flowers and her favorite cake. She had turned our living room into a cozy setup, lights dimmed, soft music playing. There were about 8 people there. Her colleagues mostly. I was smiling, trying to be polite, when the doorbell rang. Claire's expression changed slightly. She went to open the door, and there he was, Daniel. He was exactly what I imagined. Polished suit, confident smile. The type of man who walked in as if he owned the room. Clara introduced us awkwardly. "Honey, this is Daniel, my boss." I shook his hand, and he smirked slightly, saying, "So you're the lucky husband. Clara talks about you sometimes." The word sometimes cut deeper than it should have. As the night went on, I noticed subtle things. How she laughed harder at his jokes. How he placed his hand on her shoulder casually while explaining a story. How she looked at him when she thought I wasn't watching. I sat there quietly, every gesture burning into my chest. My warning had meant nothing. After dinner, Daniel gave her a small gift, a silver bracelet. "For the best employee I've ever had," he said. She blushed. Everyone laughed, but my heart sank. It wasn't just about a bracelet. It was the intimacy of the gesture. I had told her exactly what would break my trust, and she had done it anyway, right in front of me. When the guests finally left, Clara came to me as if nothing had happened. "Don't be mad, it was just a party," she said, pouring herself another drink. I looked at her quietly and said, "You made your choice tonight." She froze, realizing my tone wasn't angry. It was final. She tried to explain herself. "He's just my boss, you're overreacting." But I wasn't reacting. I was done reacting. I had spent months being patient, respectful, and open. I told her clearly what would hurt me. She ignored it. That wasn't misunderstanding. It was a decision. That night, I packed a small bag. She followed me to the door, crying now, asking me to stay. I said softly, "Clara, love isn't about control. It's about respect. And you just showed me where yours ends." I walked out without slamming the door, without shouting, because when trust breaks quietly, anger feels pointless. For a few days, she kept texting me, long apologies mixed with excuses. "He means nothing," she wrote. "You're the one I love." But love without boundaries isn't love. It's weakness. I didn't reply. Instead, I found a small apartment across town and started focusing on myself. Weeks passed before she came to see me in person. She looked tired, regretful. "I lost the job," she confessed. Things got awkward after that night. She looked at me, waiting for sympathy, but I only nodded. "Maybe it's the best," I said. She broke down, realizing the cost of ignoring a single line I had drawn. Now, a year later, I sometimes think about that evening. The laughter, the bracelet, the way she brushed off my words. It wasn't the party that ended us. It was the moment she decided her boss's approval mattered more than my trust. People say relationships end suddenly, but they don't. They fade. Piece by piece, from small moments we choose to overlook. Mine ended the night I realized my wife heard my words, but never listened to them.